The British Army's next tank could be a joint effort with France and Germany. The UK is in discussions to replace the current Challenger 2 main battle tank, seen above, with a joint tank designed to replace French and German tanks in the mid-2030s. All three countries would fund and field the notional tank, dubbed Eurotank. The UK was the first country to design and build tanks. The British Army built the world's first tank, the Mark I, as a mobile protected weapons platform meant to support ground offensives. The name tank, in fact, comes from the secrecy involved in developing the armored vehicles, which were labeled as water tanks in order to obscure real purpose. The UK remained a major tank power through World War II and the Cold War. Today, after years of cutbacks, the British Army maintains just 227 Challenger 2 tanks. Challenger 2, although a very good tank, hasn't received the same upgrades as its contemporaries. The British Army first introduced the tank in 1998, but it lacks modern features, such as digital networking, updated thermal sights, onboard drones, and an active protection system to shoot down incoming rockets and missiles. Unlike the tanks of most countries, Challenger 2 also uses a rifled main gun barrel to impart a stabilizing spin on tank shells. While useful in its own way, the use of a rifled, rather than smooth, gun barrel leaves the UK unable to take advantage of advances in tank shell technology. The UK knows Challenger 2 has gotten long in the tooth, but faces the dilemma of upgrading the 20-year-old tanks or building new ones outright. Upgrading the Challenger 2 is clearly the cheaper choice, but stuffing all of the new gadgets into a cramped tank that isn't designed to carry them is a tricky process. An upgraded Challenger 2 must also be compared to the Russian T-14 Armata tank, a new, clean sheet design that is slowly entering Russian ground forces service. Meanwhile, across the English Channel, German defense contractors Krauss-Maffei Wegmann and Rheinmetall, as well as the French contractor Nexter, are working to develop the first European tank. The Franco-German Main Ground Combat System, MGCS, also informally known as Eurotank, is designed to replace the German Leopard 2 and French Leclerc tanks starting in 2035. The initiative follows a similar multinational effort that led to the development of the Eurofighter Typhoon, a multi-role fighter jet. According to Defence News, the UK is being granted observer status to the MGCS programme, which will allow British representatives to observe the design and development process, but could also lead to deeper UK participation, including buying the new tank outright. A major partnership in the Eurotank programme would soften the financial blow to the UK, which recently floated the idea of ditching its tanks completely. Boarding the Eurotank train would pose its own problems. Germany and France historically have divergent design philosophies when it comes to tanks. German main battle tanks tend to sacrifice armor in favor of mobility, a Cold War consideration that saw the tanks being used for rapid counterattacks to eject the Soviet army from German soil. French tanks, meanwhile, tend to focus attention equally on firepower, protection, and mobility. British tanks usually give up mobility in favor of increased armor protection. If the UK joins the Eurotank programme, it could end up with a compromise tank, a new tank, but not something exactly suited to its needs.